Okay, and that should be just about good. It should be going live across everything now. Is here. Check that. Could be green. Seems good there. Through 2 errors. What? Well, hello, telephone. No, microphone seems fine. I don't know why I threw an error. Fine. Okay. Yeah, alright. So everything should be just about good then. Check here. Fine. Fine. Looks fine. Okay then. Seems good to me. Seems good to me. Alright. Get this going. Drop the rest of the stuff here. I actually want to test something with the, that 9mm, that and that can be dropped. Thing with the armor. Aid. We'll hold on to that stuff for the moment. Oh, I want to test something out with that. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for the birthday well wishes there. Started a lot later than I wanted. I wanted to start earlier this morning, but water froze and I had to spend God knows how long fucking unthawing it. Alright, so now we need some armor and some armor and a weapon. Where's the information on this thing? Yeah. Where is ammo it takes already? There it is. The ID. Let's go with 02. I think that's the DLC parameter of it. DD 791. It is. Look at that. First try. You can always switch out the ID codes depending on what you have. Vegas. List armor. On that in too. Let's see. Alright, so entirely different code structure. 010C71. Helmet should also be 11. Oop, completely different again. 4D. Should be everything we needed. Wrong button. There we go. I like it. That works. That works. Now, I'm gonna test something out. Again, I forgot until, well, not even forgot. I did not know this type of thing worked until recently. I thought it was all patched out of the game. Going to work. There it is. Wrong button. That was weird. should give us some ammo to be able to get to the DLC. See if we can get our hands on more. Because the only vendor we're going to be using is from Lonesome Road, the actual old military vendors. So that should be good enough, ammo-wise, to get us there. Oh, I don't need the shotgun on my back, too. That would be, what, 7? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and if you ever figured out... Well, if you ever realized that the iron sights on this gun are bad, look at that. I have a mod that allows me to realign the iron sights. Maybe I'll... No, because the front sights are the same. Reset that, and yeah, we'll use the busted up front post. That should work. Now, we can head to Lonesome Road to get that marked on the map. Okay, okay. That works. And then pretty much all we're going to do is just run through, beat the game. Nice, simple, basic little rules here. Only his rifle, his armor. Simple as that. Not going to talk to people unless we absolutely have to. Like the greeters for the casinos, you have to talk to them. Can only buy and sell stuff from the vendors in Lonesome Road because, well, he was in the military and that's old military vendors and whatnot. Then, yeah, that's about it, really. If you're wondering why today on my birthday I'm playing as Randall Dean Clark, anyway, it's because today is also his birthday. I just find it fun to do. Yeah. Ignore that guy. There we go. No, we're good. We can travel onward. And if you want to see the stats and whatnot, there you go. Pretty middle of the road. Not too bad. Skills and stuff. I always take skilled, so that works. Survival and guns pretty much are the highest. Same with repair. Seems like it would fit him quite well. I could probably center the, that in between those two busted posts. Something like that. I don't think that'd be too bad. Alright. I also have no idea if this, fires more than one projectile at a time now. Doesn't seem it. We also took trigger discipline. Well, I don't think I showed that there. Perks. There you go. Skilled and trigger discipline. Here's another run that I had in mind that was kind of like this one. Just, what was it? A veteran of the Great War. Well, not the Great War. The Resource War. That's what it's called. Okay, so for this, don't want to talk to him. Just got to keep yourself in an animation. You do that and the guy can't freeze you to talk to you. Once you're outside of his range, you're good. Happens for every type of NPC that has to follow you or tries to pull you into a cutscene. This guy has a limited range, though. But like, the guy with the war memorial, he'll just keep following you. You can do this to never initiate conversations with them. Same with anyone else that tries to initiate conversations with you. Also works in Fallout 3. Pretty cool. Okay, I don't need to do that anymore. There we go. Ugh. Been a long day already. Coyotes. Walk the lonesome road. There we go. Head on in, get requisitions going, sell off some things, see if we can get some actual ammo for our gun. Because every time we go through load screens and whatnot, we'd have to rekey this and then reload. And there are some types of ammunition that do different things. Like, I don't think this ammo here does. Times 1.2, whatever. I guess it hits harder than the base damage of the gun, maybe. So it could very well be better to use than what we have. But who knows? Talk to the robot in here. Grab everything, sell everything off. Take the Nuka-Colas. Take the arc welder, which isn't even technically a weapon. Impact, and they're, yeah, it's 308. It's not too bad. Impact, auto inject impact. Neat thing about this rifle here is that it was supposed to be, memory serves me right, technically 50 Beowulf, which is another type of 50 cal round, like 50 AE, which is Action Express, commonly found in the Desert Eagle. But when they were making the game, they realized, yeah, no, having, to a normal person, if I have 50 Beowulf and I have a, you know, anti-material rifle that's 50 BMG, why wouldn't I be able to use this 50 Beowulf in that 50 BMG? Right? Which 50 BMG is Browning machine gun. So they decided to keep most ammos unique to the type of gun they're using. So, mind you, different ammos can be used in different guns, but they didn't want any ammo that was specifically named like the same caliber designation. Give me a second, I think someone's at my door. It was my neighbor's dog setting off my motion alarm. I have a, they technically call it a mailbox sensor. It's a little solar panel with a motion detector on it. Sends a signal to my, the base station. and just goes off like a doorbell. So I could tell when people was walking up my walkway to my house. Which, where my house sits, you're not walking up my walkway without, you know, a reason to. So it's a good early warning if someone's here. Anyway, back to the what I was saying about this game. Yeah, they try not to have multiple calibers with the same designation. So they just change what the designation is. Simple as that. Access commissary. Alright. Let's, don't need that. I'll hold on to the shotgun for now. Hold on to that stuff for now, too. Don't think that shit in my inventory. To the 308. These. Alright, so. We need 12 by whatever the fuck this rifle is. Well, it's technically using 12 gauge at the moment. Give me a second. Accept that. Now we are 12.7 millimeter. Weapons, we need ammo. 12.7 millimeter. There we go. Got a bunch of ammo for it. Also a good amount of money too. Wonder if they have surplus. They do have 5mm surplus. Do I have anything else I can sell at the moment? Not to cover that extra 500 caps. Okay, well, I'll hold off on that for now. Because I have an idea for that later. So. Yeah, we'll just take the normal ammo we need. And maybe some 12 gauge. 20 gauge. 20 gauge, yeah. Does it even sell it? I'm gonna sell some. Yeah, we'll take those two. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, let's get into this. Need something to drink. Can you? Yes, you can. There we go. Little iBots. Alright. All the iBot upgrades you get in Lonesome Road here also go for the iBot you can get in Prim. So you can always have one of these little machines helping you out no matter what. Yes, robot. I know. Nails are also pretty good. That's steady. Yeah, look at that, it does. Drugs in a toolbox. Hell yeah. Ouch. I feel like I was hitting it when I shouldn't have been. So this might actually have... Well, no, I'm using normal ammo. That's weird. That's weird. It also reminds me I need to hotkey my stim packs. There we go. Get in there, don't want any of that. Also, animations aren't playing, so give me a second. Be what, F7? Yeah, F7. There we go. Our animation should play without too much of an issue. Grab that. That's always good money. Doctor's bag's always fine. And a nail gun, goddamn. Fucking robots. There we go. Mind you, this is like one of the... This rifle hits so hard. Because it's a DLC weapon that you can miss. Right, like Joshua Graham's armor and Joshua Graham's pistol, a light shining in the darkness. Salt upon wounds, power fist, follows chalk, chalk's headdress. Weird phrasing for his name. Yeah, you get all of that stuff from the chest when you finish the DLC. This armor and this rifle you can miss without following everything the way you're supposed to. Following his quest line and going to the correct place to find it. And the other thing, I've talked about the fucking Bowie knife, blood nap, like 2 times. Well, I've talked about the Bowie knife once and then blood nap once. Yeah, I feel like all Bowie, well, I feel like blood nap especially was supposed to be a Legion weapon. Right, it's a red-handled knife, the only red-handled one that's supposed to exist. And it's in a DLC with a bunch of Legion and stuff, in an area where Legion is. It's in the Courier's Mile. Hang on, give me a second. So, I just feel like it's supposed to be a Legion weapon. Like, who knows? Maybe it was Ulysses' personal fucking combat knife or hunting knife or something. Yeah, draw their attention. Nice. Come on. Just need like one more shot for that turret. Good. So, be using his... I'm not entirely decided if I want to just use his rifle or also his tactics, which he's known for setting traps and whatnot. I think I can make those into grenades with one of the mods I have. I think, anyway. There we go. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do there. Whatever is most fun for me, what I'm probably going to go with. Coffee mug. Hello. No, I don't want to talk to the robot. I want to... Take that, please. I know last time I played it as him, I just used Fallout 3's aiming style, which worked just fine. It's just... people feel like it makes the gun too overpowered, but I feel like the man would have fixed his front fucking sight. Unless he did it on purpose, as like a, hello. Unless he did it on purpose for a, like a type of defense, in case someone got their hands on his gun. Hunter would make sense. So would Old World Gourmet, since he was pre-war. And a wife and kids, so confirmed bachelor's not really a thing. Maybe rapid reload, especially with this rifle. Since it only has, 10 shots. I've never seen this happen before. Not like, but there we go. Huh. Take all that. Take all that. Like, make it do that more? That was kind of funny. No, not really. Here, here, and then some shit off of this one. And I can use a stim pack. I think doctor's bags are what you use fucking... would have a lot of weight to them. There we go. I love them Hitman animations. Chewing tobacco. Don't need cat eye. Drink the Nuka-Cola. Still 10 over, which means it's an armor thing. DT1, it's an okay amount. We'll just fix that and then take shit and go sell it. Especially since I didn't even grab the combat armor from over in the little extra room there. Yep. Because there's always a set of United States military combat armor. You want to grab that. Usually a okay amount of money to sell. Don't really need that nowadays. Nails aren't bad, but I'll hold on to the shotgun for now. Other rifle, arc welder. I keep those. Don't need that. Or those. Rid of all of that. Nice. Do we have any more 12? Hello. That would be too far past it. Hollow points, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. Especially when I could just grab some surplus ammo there and use that when I need to. Or it's the wrong type, but you get a gun that can use it, and it's the right type at that point then, so not too bad. Alright. I'll put a bunch of surplus ammo here. You know, 1,250 rounds. Good enough to take care of everything. Yeah, I was pondering going to the dentist there a couple of weeks ago. I was drinking some cold gamer sups, and it, I don't know what it did, but it felt like someone jabbed an ice pick into my tooth. Tooth felt like that all day that day. In fact, I was on stream when it happened. But, yeah, haven't had that problem since, and I drink a lot of cold shit, so I don't know what the fuck that was. The last time I went to the dentist, they didn't want to do anything with my fucking teeth anyway because I didn't have an... My insurance would not cover what the dentist wanted to do because my teeth weren't in bad enough shape. Is pretty much the gist of it. There was nothing wrong with my teeth that was debilitating, or however the fuck they put it. It was just stupid. it was fucking stupid. Probably grab that armor. And health and weapons and stuff. I guess I could take that and that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I could do this. There we go. And that would be right. Yeah. Yeah, it also shows where enemies and stuff are, which I actually enjoy quite a bit. Any dead enemies. What is that star? Huh, I'll have to check that out. Says it's below me? Yeah, it's underneath me. What the fuck is this star? Also a skill book. Okay. Okay, this is intriguing. Like, that's someplace you can lockpick in it, like a workbench thing, I think. That's robot. Okay, so the gear is... Okay, so the gear is a fucking computer terminal and then a door that's locked. Magazine, makes sense, makes sense. Computer, okay, okay. I think it might be a mark for a unique item, maybe? Oh. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. It marks collectibles and shit of all kinds. Huh. Ain't that just nifty? Ain't that just nifty? See, now these are the types of mods and shit that I would like to see brought into, like, a remaster of this game. I also like how it kind of shows off the Pip-Boy glove. I was talking to somebody about it, and they were wondering why there was a knob on the glove itself. Why the Courier and why the Vault Dweller seem to have gloves on when they have a Pip-Boy. It's because it seems like the Pip-Boy 3000, when the character's wearing here, designed for someone with, it's left-handed, right? Sure, it tapers like it's supposed to go on the left arm, but the controls are set up like you'd be operating it with your left hand. You'd have to reach over the screen to be able to operate anything. I feel like the glove and the dial are just a secondary set of controls you can use with your right hand. That way you don't have to reach over the screen to use it. At least that makes the most sense to me since it's knob. I don't think you can... Yeah, you can't really see it there. You can here. Pretty cool. Anyway. Get out of here because the alarm's getting on my nerves now, so... Alright. We'll talk to Ulysses through the robot, which is fine. Time to you.
There's your signal. Faint, but there.
The sky's the piss yellow color. Alright, Sure, whatever, man. Thank you. I'm gonna change the skybox. Nevada skies. It's climate. Western skies, standalone. Like, I don't know if it will slowly fade in, or if I do need to quick save, quick load, but we'll give it a second here. I might need to just quick save, quick load here. Now it should fade to blue. There we go. It's nighttime, so it's not really going to be worth a damn. So let's just wait. Everything will change from the piss yellow color to a blue sky, which will at least look nice to the eyes. I could get what the mod author was going for with the different skyboxes and whatnot, but I like to be able to see the environments I'm in, you know? And it's just nice being able to do so. Can't get in that. I'll take some of that food. Firebomb. Yeah, flashbangs. Sniper rifle. Bedroll. Hell yeah. Bedroll weighs a bunch, but it's like instant healing when you're not in survival. So, not too bad. Well, instant healing when you're outside, anyway. Hey, buff out. Packs. And flamer fuel. Flamer fuel is always good. Now, some types of ammunition, from my testing, anyway, have unique... How to explain it? Have unique characteristics on their own. Right? Like, if you use flamer fuel with the exploit for using any ammo and any gun there, it doesn't make your gun shoot fire, right? Which makes sense. It's the flamethrower that makes the fire. But like red glare, on the other hand, has unique projectiles for some reason. So you can shoot red glare energy rockets from anything, which I might show here in a bit. Thinking of doing like a 9mm run, like a Maria run, just using those. That'd be funny. Impact, repair, sniper rifle. There we go. I don't have enough money to repair everything else up. Or anything else up, I should say. Well, our skill's not high enough, actually. It's a mod I put in when I was just playing as myself. Right? Needing all these tools and stuff that are disposable to make weapon repair kits to fix stuff anywhere didn't make any sense. Not to me, anyway, so... There we go. Nice. So I made it, I found a mod, really, that allows you to use your repair skill to pretty much pay yourself your own money to be able to repair stuff. You still need to have that much in caps on you to be able to repair the stuff, mind you. So it's not an instant fix everything type deal. During that run, I was also going through and waiting a set amount of time, depending on how many things I fixed. Since it was survival, you know, you get hungry and stuff like that. Oh, look at that, I can do that. I also don't like the, who the fuck? Hey, headshot. Oh yeah, I have that mod on. Because I just saw what he dropped. I'll head down the long way. So he's jumping down. Well, fucking... whatever. Yeah. I just saw what he dropped there. Forgot I had those mods on here. Just fix, I guess, that with that, and it should give me enough. Oh, yeah. So many little mods and stuff that just add so much. I could probably use some aid then. Some vodka, some nickel quartz. Hate that it does that. There we go. There you go. Eat some mashed potatoes. Man, you'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, it's a Hitman mod that I have. It's, it adds Fallout 2 weapons and stuff in here. Like the Gauss pistol. Gauss pistol? However you want to pronounce it. This is from Fallout 1? Fallout 2? I think Fallout 1. Yeah, because I just talked about that super mutant the other day. Malachor, Magnificent. The one super mutant in Mariposa that tosses little animals and stuff into the FEV around him. And then summon them, and then somehow controls them. And I guess even has a way of controlling the mutations. If he was intelligent, it'd be extremely bad, but he's not. He guards a Gauss pistol like this. But yeah, that's pretty cool weapon. There's a lot of kind of useless fucking weapons and stuff too that that mod adds. One such one is the Liberator. It's I have to do a run on that one at some point. And then give it a second. Hey, an auto. What type of rifle is that, man? British Assault Carbine. Oh, it's one of them. I think the only other game I've seen that rifle in is Atomfall. Which I need to do a few more challenge runs in that game. A lot more limited in scope on weapons and skills you can use, so I could exhaust all of the different runs and stuff for that game over the course of like 3 months. Which sounds like a lot of time until you realize I only do like a stream and or a challenge run video once a week, so really a huge amount there. I could probably take Educated. Be a good one. Maybe Intense Trainer. Not a cannibal and he hates cannibals, so yeah, we'll take Educated. Dead guy. Oh, that's a nice touch. That is a nice touch. Grab some jet. 22 pistol. Can't get in there, so that's kind of worthless. Waddle over here. Oh yeah, I forgot that mod also puts the weapons on the hip like that. Not weapons. Thrown on the hip, because you can just kind of throw weapons whenever. Plasma cutter. I know it's a weapon added by the mod, but I don't think I've seen this one as a weapon. Oh. Oh, so it extends. Neat. Anyway. Grab that. Grab that. Says there's a book and a magazine over here. One. There we go. Magazine is in here. Under here. Under the refuse pile? Maybe? Huh. I don't think you can get over in there. I mean, I could probably clip over in there if I wanted to, but... Huh. Interesting. You have the auto dock, which can heal everything. Might ail ya. That. Ebola. Access this and sell some shit. Hold on to that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't really need any of those, but I'll hold on to those. The armor is where all the good money's made in this DLC. Especially if you fix it up first. Yep. It's weird with this being a shop because sometimes the ammo respawns, sometimes it doesn't. Like most shops and stuff, you just gotta wait around for them to restock after 3 in-game days, but it doesn't always work with this, which is weird. So, I want to find something that just uses 5mm, I think it is. Nails. Back, EC back. Yeah, we'll have to find something. I think assault carbines are like one of the few things beyond miniguns that use 5mm ammo. And we still have these. Yeah, I think that's using that ammo there. 20 gauge. Whenever we get more 20 gauge, we can also use it. Huh. Come on, Eddie, you got this. There you go. Rail carbine, scout armor. All that happy good shit. More ammo, more ammo. Nice. More ammo. Hey, a flare gun. Wouldn't really consider that a weapon to use, but... God damn it. Knowing that this thing actually works now, I could do an entire run with just the fucking flare gun if I wanted. God damn it. Now, is the projectile unique for the flare gun? Oh, wow, it would use 10 fucking... 10 of any ammunition. Yeah, it would use 10 of any fucking ammunition. Holy shit. Pretty sure I'm using 20 gauge ammo. Holy fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Thinking it's using the 20. Yeah, it's using the 20. That's fucking crazy. So, like, nails, maybe, I think would be the only good way to use that, since you can buy so many nails from requisitions in Hoover Dam. About, like, 10,000 of them at a fucking time. I think that'd be the only way to make that viable. Also, this uses 5.56. Oh, that is god fucking awful. What the fuck? Like, I like the iron sight on the side of the thing, but what the fuck is this scope on top of the carry handle? I like the reload, but height over bore is a thing, right? That's terrible. That is terrible. Okay. That god awful fucking thing. Could hold on to that just in case death falls. Get rid of those. Keep that. Get rid of those. That. That. Could have got more money for fixing them up, but I don't think there's a easy to access repair station anywhere. Tempted to grab a nail gun just to be able to key the fucking ammo. Anyway, that's fine. Now head out from here. That exploded over there. Can't get into the armory, don't have the password. The password's up in there in the office in that lock. Hello. In that locked cupboard in there. I don't have any of that, so we're not going that way. We gotta go around. Easy enough. There was a guy over there shooting at me with something that was fully automatic. I took his head off. It wasn't the guy that's always up top with red glare that only spawns in after you jump down here. His body always seems to disappear from me nowadays. Not entirely sure why. He didn't disappear that time. Nice. Now we have red glare and I can play around with that. Once I grab more rockets for it, I'll show you guys. A marine carbine. Okay. Texture's fucked on it. Neat idea, though. Really fucking small compared to other guns. Sure. I can also show the one thing there, grabbing all these things. A stupid idea for a run that I was thinking of. Let me just grab that, grab those, grab that, grab that, grab that, Got that. Not going to pick up the laser detonator yet. My controller. I'll do that. Get that on there. Rockets. That on 8. Go. That plugged in now. Now we can go back to... let's just use our normal survivalist rifle. Hit 8 and... yeah. Like I said, red glare's projectiles are weird. Because it seems like it I don't know, it does the same thing. See, I haven't tried missile launchers. I know Fat Men do the same thing, though. So that's just weird in my opinion. Again, the quicker firing something is, the more you can, you know, get out of it. If you want to break shit, you know. But one of the weird ones is this. Right. So I was thinking of a run where I give myself, like, unlimited red glare rockets. But, you know, it might be better to have multiple. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so yeah, just give myself multiple, well, unlimited red glare rockets and just run around throwing fucking fireballs at people. Right, just, I think that's funny. If I had a mini nuke on me, well, if I had Tiny Tots mini nukes on me, you put those in anything that's fully automatic, and you give yourself like a huge amount of them, or you save up and buy a bunch of them. You can carpet bomb a fucking area with the things. It is insane. Yeah, I think it also does the same thing with these. Yeah. That's more of a frisbee toss, but I like that animation. I think mines would work better. That's fun. And what did I have? I have the other one on this, so that should toss down. Huh. That just allows for the conversion of 20 gauge ammo. So 20 gauge doesn't seem to have any spread on it, which is interesting. Because I hit 7, which is the 20 gauge one. Well, that's... I must be out of 20 gauge. Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah, the Elijah ending is weird. I could have swore you could get that in the base game for Dead Money. That might just be siding with Elijah, though. Not entirely sure. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. Can you side with... Da-da. Yeah, secret ending. To achieve it, you must be vilified by the NCR and have exhausted dialogue options with Elijah. About Elijah with Veronica before doing the DLC. And you can use the Sierra Madre's technology to wipe out the Mojave. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that one, unless you're talking about a different ending with Elijah, in which case I'll need to look into that. Any cut content I like restored because that's how the game was originally supposed to be, in my opinion. Okay, I need to pick up the fucking laser detonator. Robot, carry some shit for me. Like one of these red glare and some armor. Thank you. Eh, it sucks I can't use the ammo from that gun. Yeah, we'll put that on 6. Yeah, we'll put that on 6. I don't think even having it equipped would show that ammo here. Because it uses MF Hyper Breeder Alphas, I think. Yeah, and it'd be down here in energy ones. That makes sense. Molotov, I think. Hey! Dick. That's kind of fucked up. Forgot I had that on as well. No, I did feel bad for you guys, but now I kind of don't. I'm just whiffing every fucking thing now. There you go. That's on me. I'm just missing everything. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? That's literally using the same caliber of fucking stuff I have. So... eh, fuck a red glare. That was fucking bright. I didn't know where the other one went to. Alright. Hey, a battle rifle. I like those. Bethesda in this weird... you can play as anything you want as long as it's within our guidelines is just... not good. Never understand that bad guys never win, but then go on to try to make characters that... I don't know. They just seem to misunderstand what they have. Made an entire video going over it, and I don't know, people just like to start shit for no reason. It's weird. Literally saying, oh, so the company that owns Fallout doesn't understand Fallout, and yeah, that's kind of how that goes, man. Kind of how that goes. They don't have to understand it to try to milk it for everything it's worth. And like the only thing I've seen about the show so far, second season of it, watched like the first couple of episodes and then just figured I'd wait until the rest of them were out. I was on Twitter there, and a channel I used to watch some years ago, Dan's Gaming, fell off because I don't know. You change what you view every now and again. And yeah, no, talking about how they pretty much had a shot for shot from the original trailer for New Vegas with one of the NCR troopers. Well, Black Desert Rangers, I'd say. And all I could figure is, Didn't they make a huge to-do about, like, the NCR being gone? Why are these guys here now? Unless they're not gone, like I said, you know, because the NCR is technically 5 states. Maybe even 6, dependent on how you want to count them. And how they want to be counted. So one town and one fucking state getting nuked doesn't really destroy the entire... Whole conversation for a different time. Whole conversation for a different... Oh, little of that left. Yeah. All right. I tried to beat the DLC without using the laser detonator at all. When you come down in here, you have to use the laser detonator to get out, otherwise you can't fast travel. Which is just annoying. But I remember spending like an hour and a half trying to get over this fence, because you figure from right here you'd just be able to jump down. There's an invisible wall here. Right. Visible wall here, and the nuke that's supposed to be there doesn't spawn in. So, I spent like an hour trying to find a good place to clip through this thing. And of course, the first time I did finally clip through it was over here before that nuke. Which was just annoying. That's a dead guy's leg. Some armor and stuff. And I'm encumbered. Bobby pins. Ammo. Magazine. Ammo. And ammo. Nice. I'll just fix shit. We're now good. Alright. Head back into the barracks here. Sell some stuff off. I don't think there's a repair bench in here. I think the closest repair bench is over in the gas station. Yeah. I guess technically you could fix shit. Well, no. This uses his repair skill. And automatically adds like 25% durability onto your weapon. So you wait 4 days and you can go through and... Fighting raw on a good day is hard. Hey, look, C4. And a detonator. Nah, I won't get any C4. Riot gear and stuff, don't need any of that either. Sell that stuff because I don't need it. West can accidentally sell the laser detonator, which is always fun. That. Also, if memory serves me right, editing the character model to be smaller makes your speed drop significantly. I remember an old Mitten Squad episode where he did that. Sad that that guy is gone. Sad. Yeah. Yeah, the irradiated death claws I think are also faster, which always throws me off whenever I go into that place. Well, I don't need red glare. I do want to check that revolver out, though. Can I buy ammo? Hey. Nice. What about a bunch of 9mm? I really need to get something that... You have any mini? No, you don't have any mini nukes. Alright. Uses 5mm. I think that'd be nice to have. All the stim packs and whatnot. Morphine's always good. Grab that. We'll go and repair our shit. Although our rifle is doing pretty good, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, up in the gas station. Over here. Because that goes to the Courier's Mile. Later on, I do believe. Yeah. Gas station here. Able to fix shit. Let's do that. I haven't upped my repair skill any, but... Wow. Okay, so... That's a thing, I guess. Fair enough. Now, what is this revolver? I see, I see. So it's a mix between that gun and... Wow, the sights are terrible on that. In fact, I'd argue bring it down some. Well, the sound on this is broken. It's so anticlimactic. Jesus Christ. That is funny. Alright, so... That's cool that the names fade in. They also fade out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Will the name fade in for this place once I... It does! That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Alright, there's guys over here that are annoying. Come on. You're usually a melee type. And then one dude with a... And help some? There we go. Fish kebab. Archer shit. Gauss pistol. And another level. Hell yeah. More guns. Can't take a... I actually have no fucking idea what it takes to get the commando perk. Realizing this exploit actually works after all this time means I can do dumb runs like with a BB gun. And actually make it viable. Time. Air fuel. I don't think there's any types of useful ammo that could be... Well, no, I have a mod that just automatically adds in all my handload stuff. Don't think there's any I can use for... There is. There is. Okay, well. Guess I'll break down a bunch of... Can't actually break down that ammo. Oh. Interesting. Only that. Ah, well. Moving on. That'd be 6. And there we go. Blow this up. Those guys are there. Kind of annoying. They now spawned in. Those guys over there should be fine for now, but... Nice when you can use guns at range instead of fucking melee based. Hell. Jesus Christ. It's every fucking shot. Come on. There we go. The other one is there. Nice. And there's always one that's hiding over there, and that one's got the flamethrower. Yeah, that's Blister. I think I'm outside of their AI range. Yeah, this is one of the marked men. One of the named ones. Nice. Alright, so one of these guys down here usually carries an assault carbine. That's a plasma offender. That hurt. Usually... Nope. Okay. Well. Fire axe, marked man armor, okay. Plasma offender, okay. Other plasma offender or plasma rifle? Oh, plasma offender. You don't know what that is. Specialized type of plasma rifle based off the plasma defender pistol. And pretty neat animations. And look. Mind you, in third person it uses that sound. In first person it doesn't. Right. Recycling animations and stuff for mods is always cool. Especially when you get stuff like that out of it. Okay, I don't need that or that. Or any of those. I don't need that or that either. Here, hold on to this shit for me. Thank you. Marie's don't need. Don't need. Don't need. Do need. And I'm irradiated. Okay, I'll have to go hit up the auto dock soon. Hey, ammo. I will never be able to pass up the, Hey, C4, nice. Pretty much break the game now if I get my hands on a good shotgun. 12 gauge, preferably. I can never pass up that one, camper on the high road that has the, death claw that just randomly fucking drops on top of it, right? Because there is so much ammo in that one ammo can. It's just not even funny. Just so much fucking ammo in that one. I don't need that guy's helmet. Fucking what? That just seems like a bad idea because the cylinder gap. Like, I know back in the day in the Civil War there were carbines, however the fuck you want to pronounce that word, that were revolvers and whatnot. But they had a specialized, like, holding place behind the cylinder. Maybe if you put, like, a heat shield on it or something, it would make sense. Ah, 3D animation is not the best. I need to sneeze. Give me a second. And now I don't. That was weird. But yeah, that just seems like a bad idea. Anyway, if anyone's watching that doesn't know about guns, cylinder gap is just that, right? There's a gap between the end of the cylinder. Can't really show it. But between where the cylinder meets the barrel and gases come out of that area, enough to... Well, I guess Mythbusters did an episode on it back in the day. Enough to burn your fingers and shit down to the bone. Isn't really good. But you don't want your arm or your wrist anywhere near that shit. So, why I said it'd be a bad idea. There are some revolvers that don't have a cylinder gap because it pushes the cylinder up against the barrel when it fires. But they are, I guess, a lot harder to time and maintain than just a normal revolver, right? People with fairly rudimentary tools can make a revolver if they wanted to. But, yeah, they're few and far between, really. So, there's a reason you don't really see rifles that are revolvers. Anyway. Back to this. This guy over here is always over here. For some reason. I don't know why. Give me your shit, though. We'll take that. And I'm encumbered again. Robot. Take more shit. God damn it. Yeah, no, I think this was an actual gun, though, with how stupid it fucking looks, but... Yeah, I'm fairly sure this was an actual gun. I think Forgotten Weapons did a video on it. I don't know who Forgotten Weapons is. They talk about a bunch of old gun designs and stuff, and some gun designs that were, done away with and or forgotten about over time. Because they were either just terrible or were outpaced by newer technology that's come out. Sure, whatever. Just do that. That should... God damn it. Alright. How many more shit here I can use? Junk food, dirty water, MREs, pork and beans. And this is scrolling on my other screen because for some reason it never locked the scroll wheel in this game. Like if I do this, drag my mouse all the way down to the corner, I'm good for a little bit until it somehow meanders its way back up there. I guess I could use one of those too. Bedroll weighs a fucking lot. I keep forgetting I have it. Kind of makes it useless. So, how about I put that on 5. So whenever I want to wait, just got to hit the button above that instead. There we go. We should probably go to the one in the, Yeah, I can't open that. This way. The one in the building up there, because it has an auto dock, which could just cleanse all of our radiation. Not entirely sure why I'm doing this DLC. Said only needed to come in here to unlock the requisitions. Guess got sidetracked. Ah, well. Oh, well. Oh, well. Alright, let's see here. Actually not what I want to do. What I want to do is come over here to this gas station, fix literally everything I have to the best of my capabilities, and then sell it all off for more money. Come on, robot. Thank you. There we go. Repair. Hey, we can now repair shit. Nice. Now you can take some more shit off me again. I don't really need the laser detonator on me. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so give me this, give me this. Really? Okay, so give me that and give me that. Okay. How? Take that. No? Or is it more in line with this type of shit? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's more number of named things in inventory than it is actual carry limit and or weight. Fair enough, fair enough. Only need you to come over here anyway. I will probably hold on to the C4 just because. I get my hands on a good 12 gauge and I can dupe that and sell the stuff. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. For that, for that, for that, for that. For those. Do that, exit off, come back in. 6,000 again, which is nice. Go to that, that, that. Don't need any of those. Have I accidentally sold the C4 yet? No, C4 is there. Okay. Those, that. Nice, 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 nice. Yep. Okay, so it is just the armor that is doing it then. Give me those. Hop out of there. Do that again because it always resets with at least 6,000 caps. And that, and that. Already over 40,000 caps. Look at that. Nice and crazy, isn't it? Any more ammo for me? Not really. Alright. Like, does red... I always forget if red glare uses missiles or fucking rockets. Rockets. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I kind of want to try something anyway. So, I'll spend half of what I have to try something. I will need another version of red glare, though. Do you have any for sale? You do not. Wait, yes you do. Take the cheaper of the two. Because I want to try something with the other types of ammunition for it. Yeah, yeah. Since it seems to have a unique style of ammo type. Makes me wonder if... each of these is unique. Yeah, I remember the last time I actually had dental work and stuff done some years ago. I had nothing but drool running down my face. Because I had to go through and check my old fillings. One of which was like a temporary white one. I used the temporary shit on it because I was supposed to lose the tooth. But yeah, no, that weird itch that's like inside everything is just, it's weird. Okay, so, what I want to check out is... this should be normal red glare rockets. Right. This should be an incendiary rocket. Which, yup, that most definitely is. This should be high explosive. Not more particle effects. Yeah, that is a larger area of effect. Huh, neat. Anyway, got some more ammo in our fucking holster, pouch, bag, thing. Back pocket. Let's go back pocket. Back pocket sounds good. Anyway. How's it going, cat? Welcome, welcome. Where is it? Weird. Remove that. We can head back to the Mojave now. Again, didn't really come here to do the entire DLC. Just kind of got sidetracked. Having fun messing around. Really? Alright, I'm gonna let you live. Just gonna let that one live. I also have another mod installed. I just always leave it in because I like what it adds into the game. And nothing, I don't know, it doesn't violate fucking any lore or anything. It's right here. The old helmet and armor. You can't wear it yet unless you fix it like this. Then you can wear it, and even then it's not all that good as of right yet. Like here's the DLC armor, and then you have the courier armor. Wrong button. This button. Right. You can then add combat armor to this, which takes a higher repair skill and a set of combat armor. But I like that you can do what you want with it, like color-wise. I like the Ulysses style one, even though it says it's the strip, which I guess technically, since House is going all old school and stuff with it, but you can add anything you want to it there. You can fix stuff to it, you can remove the arms and stuff. Put the arms back on if you want to. Strap stuff to the helmet. One of my favorite things is right here. Add a personal touch to the helmet. Which just points to the bullet hole and says Benny was here. I also like the cracked visor just because it's fun. That's armor for a different run. Stick to the survivalist's armor. I am also thinking of the nail gun, because I was thinking of rate of fire of this gun with it being slow. Right, I do have trigger discipline and whatnot. But, like Red Glare, it's rockets. These things. It makes me wonder how much hell you could unleash using a nail gun and Tiny Tots mini nukes if you had enough of them. Like, I don't remember any specific way to duplicate ammunition. But if I find one, I will have to do a run using a mini nuke and only fucking... well, using only Tiny Tots mini nukes through a nail gun. See how terrible that would be. Why am I down here? I don't need to be down here. I could literally just head north through Black Mountain. Hit the strip, kill pretty much everything that moves. I'm still using the wrong type of ammo. Still using the wrong type of ammo. I need to hit two. There we go. There we go. Rocket. Fair enough, I guess. Could pick up the bag here. There are quite a few duffel bags and whatnot in Randoline Clark's caves and stuff in New Zion, so let's do that. Let's grab a duffel bag, add a little bit more. This. Not really anything else in here, but like a wasteland survival guide. Don't really need and or want that. A bunch of other random shit on me. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. See here. I should have. Wow, I can make bent tin cans. Amazing. Sort of cookware. Blah blah. Could be further down. Break down motorcycle. Not what I'm after. Break down other shit. Not what I'm after. Convert missiles to rockets, which is okay, I guess. You have a high enough survival and or repair. Yeah, I need to get around to actually installing Tale of Two Wastelands one of these days. And the MIRV would be a weird one, actually, since Fallout 3 doesn't have ammo types, which means the MIRV is a unique projectile from the weapon itself, I think. Which means any type of ammo used with the MIRV would be a cluster. So you could use nails in it and have like unlimited ammo, which would be interesting. Or yeah, be look into that. Anyway, Batman mine. Where is the other shit I'm gonna look at? Gas bombs, harpoons. Homemade concussion grenades, homemade frags, incendiary, ice cold Nuka-Cola, improvised pulse, whatever. There we are. That's what I was talking about. I need a higher science to make those. Takes EC packs and fission batteries. And scrap electronics. So I don't really need the fission batteries on me at this point. There we go. I mean, I could always make the game more broken if I wanted to, but, which I might do here in a bit. By hitting up the gun runners and buying some different stuff. I would need to go back to here. There we go. One of the funniest things to do, though, is to, baseball pitch live mini nukes toward people. Just kind of funny. Just kind of funny. Also, it's... Oh, wrong button. Cancel. It'd be that button. There we are. How long would you like to sleep? Forever sometimes. Get more stuff to drink. I did a run in Fallout 4 where the Gatling laser, I think it was the Gatling laser, they gave it explosive damage and no wind-up. That thing took me out more often than the enemies did. Although a minigun with, like, unlimited nukes would be interesting. Okay, that one I should have hit. Call it a bad idea, too. Or too much of a bad idea. Something like that. Quarry Junction. Also makes me think of, the rangefinder. I could use any type of ammo with that. I could do an entire run on that too. Be interesting. What do you have for me today, Bright Follower? Just a normal laser rifle. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Last time it was a lever action laser rifle that just took batteries, which was funny. That was funny. Also, the Chinese Magnum. Need to do a run on that. Like, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only war trophies or something? I think that'd be neat. Which soldiers aren't allowed to do that anymore. Well, fairly sure US soldiers aren't supposed to do that. They were allowed to do that back in the day, though. You capture a gun or something you liked, you were able to send it home. Keep it as a trophy of war. I could just take out the super mutants here. Could go all the way up top the back way, kind of, and then just skip most of that stuff. Although there is a rocket launcher up there. Annabelle. I could get my hands on and try. I don't want to get too close to those fuckers over there. Well, you're probably gonna run over here and annoy me, man. You always do.
This
There
is
you
a
are.
dangerous place.
Yeah, thanks. Alright. Oh, is that one night can over here, too? Nah, I don't feel like dealing with them. The Beta Tesla cannon. Is that the one over by the Vertibird, or is that Elijah's one from, I want to say Old World Blues, I think it's in? I don't think it's in... Who the fuck? First time I've had them actually follow me up here and not die. Yeah, because I think he has a prototype Tesla cannon in Old World Blues that you can find. I know Christine's Circle of Steel rifle is also in that one. Which the Circle of Steel is something I should probably make a video on, since not a lot of people know about it. He does explain it some, but... The Circle of Steel is pretty much the internal police force of the Brotherhood of Steel. Like internal affairs, really. Their entire job is to literally just be police officers amongst their people, right? Since before Fallout 3, the Brotherhood of Steel was like, they hardly ever let outsiders in, so they needed someone that, well, they needed people that would, you know, keep them in line, sort of thing. Law enforcement, really. The F3 Beta Tesla cannon. Gotta say, I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Like, I know the one by the Vertibird, and I know the one in Old World Blues. I think it's in Old World Blues. I know. Where is this one located? Is it in base game or one of the DLCs? I should probably mark this place, be easier to come back to. You. Alright, so... How many caps do I have? I have... How many? 17,000. Oh, dev weapon. Gotcha. Like the disintegrator or the faderator. Breaking physics in these games. Always fun. Just recently figured out the best way to get power armor training in Fallout 3 without really doing anything. It's somewhat quicker and easier than the old method that people were using. But it does involve turning on auto walk, which I quite frankly always forget these games have. That would be over here for this armor. And there's a lever action shotgun here with some ammo. I don't know if it has... I might be able to get 20... Fucking... What you want to call it there? Combat armor. Don't need that. 20 gauge. Fucking... Words evade me at the moment. My mind is blank. 20 gauge buckshot. There we go. That's what it's fucking called. Holy fuck. Anyway. I'll be able to do that with that. I remember hearing about that maybe a year ago. the ARG one, where they supposedly clipped out of bounds down by the NCR outpost. Neat idea. I've never really seen people do ARG stuff with video games to that extent, you know. It's kind of funny because I've been helping out with an ARG in my spare time anyway lately. I say lately, since December. Hopefully it ends soon, but goddamn. Alright, that's an ammo bench.
Welcome, sir.
Tell me what you have. The 22 Derringer. Strange gun. Hunting revolver, police revolvers. Resistance pistol. Sleepy time. Service rifle, survival rifle, 45. SMG, assault carbine uses 5mm. Really? Must have completely avoided that subset of Cyberpunk. And its community. Damn. I can grab that one. Gehenna. What can I sell? I'll hold on to Red Glare for now. Don't need that anymore, so you can have that. Don't need that. We'll keep that. Don't need that. Now, the Witcher games. They were... I always liked their monsters and the overall concept of them. I feel like the Witcher games would do great if you were just given the world to run around. Mind you, they do great to begin with. Everyone loves those fucking games. I don't think I've heard people talk negative about them, really. But just let you make your own character, run around it, give you a good story and stuff. But, you know, make it more of an actual RPG instead of just playing as Geralt. I think that would be a neat way to not need to tell his story more or come up with more stuff for his story. It'd be pretty cool. Don't need that shit. Don't need this shit either, which this is... Yeah, that's a huge amount of fucking weight. That's ammo, which is good. None of that. Don't need that. Don't need that either. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So, what I need now is... Where you at? There you are. Tiny tots. Buy those. That should be good there. But I'll grab my controller. Test something here. Don't have a nail gun on me. Kinda sucks. But wrong one. This one. This button. Come on down here. Find that to 8. There we go. Terrible to try to aim with. Alright, so that's on 8. Let me do that for a second so I have unlimited ammo. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. What the f... Okay, I don't... That's... Yeah, one of them goes straight up. Multiple of them go straight up. God damn. What if I... A little more... Hey, that's just weird fucking... Okay. That's funny. That is funny. That is crazy. Okay, let's Oh my god. Well then. Uh-huh. Red glare is such a strange weapon. Such a strange, strange weapon. If you just hold the button, sure, it's pretty quick. But if you hammer it as quick as you can, it'll pretty much, you can outpace it. You can outpace how quick this thing's supposed to shoot. Jesus Christ, that is insane. That is insane. Wow, that is a tighter spread on it. Okay. So weapon spread is taken into consideration with this type of ammunition. Alright. That's neat, at least. And then, because of course I'm going to. Okay, so those are all bound together as one. And they all go off at the same time. Makes a weird sound. Gotta say, the weirdest sounds, though, do come from, this. Jesus Christ. That, like, weird moan it does. Give me a second. I want to stand up on something here. God, it's a weapon more dangerous to yourself than anyone else. Okay, I think that's enough messing around. I think that is enough messing around. Alright, back to that, and disable that. Just a neat little something to have in your back pocket, just in case. Also, you'd need 10 Tiny Tots mini nukes.
Hey there.
You look less ghoul than normal. Also, you. Hey, hey.
Reach for the sky.
I want that. Sure, here. I don't care. Like, there's no ammo for it yet, but if I do this... Oh, okay, that is a thing. Huh. It runs through the sounds. Huh. Probably shouldn't use energy weapon ammo for this. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So it doesn't do the whole thing because this is a unique type of ammo. It doesn't shoot it down from the sky, but it actually shoots it from where... Also, that just disintegrated that guy. Huh. Didn't know I could do that. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do I have a normal And have that, which might work. And also just have that. Well, let's try it. I want to see something. If you can bypass the entirety of the Helios 1 mission like this. Oh, actually, I need to equip that. Because if you can, then that means you can beeline run here, get 1,000 caps, and then just... I put that on 3. I do not think you can. Interesting, interesting. Huh. Ever wondered what testing to figure out runs and stuff looks like? That's about it. You come up with a stupid idea, you test it out a little bit here during a normal run, and then you figure out what you want to do. Now, I want to stick with the no talking to people thing. First person that's optional that you don't technically have to talk to is Old Ben. Well, technically the first one's Doc Mitchell, but you have to talk to him. So, this guy here, well, it wouldn't be in character. I don't want to talk to him, so I'm not going to. The other two that just kind of sneak up on you and force talk to you are the NCR and the Legion dude. Although sometimes they just don't fucking spawn, which is a thing. For me? Taking your gun. Hello.
Submit to a credit check.
Sure. And to level up. Alright. Repair or medicine? Medicine. Toughness is always good. Don't need shotgun surgeon. Bloody mess is always a good one. Travel light's not really my thing. Yeah, probably toughness. And Victor's gonna come and talk to us. We do have to talk to the casino greeters. Which is always fun. Although you only have to meet each of the greeters once when you meet the casinos.
Hey, fellow.
Yeah, not gonna happen, man. Okay, that was weird. Straight razors. Never understood why people try to use them as melee weapons. I think the first example of someone trying to... Hello. Not even paying attention. Trying to use one of those things as a fucking weapon was like, I was gonna say Total Recall, but that's not the movie. Maximum Overdrive. Stephen King movie from back in the day. The one lady that's a hitchhiker has, keeps one in her boot. And again, I mean, I could just pull it out here. Where is it? Straight razor, where are you?
There you are.
Oh, hang on. Okay, back to what I was saying. Straight razor. Okay, you see how the bottom... Hell, I don't know why that did that. How the bottom right there where the red meets the blade is kind of curved in. It's curved in because it extends down past that point because you're supposed to take it and put it, pretty much hook it almost under and around your pinky to shave with. Shaved with them before. They're not the most fun thing on the planet to do so. But there's no way to lock the blade open like this to actually use it as a weapon. I don't know if the dropped... Yeah, it does actually show it on the drop one. Right there. That little bit right there is what you hook your pinky around. So you're just using the entire blade right there. That, the handle, is literally between your ring finger and your pinky finger, pointing out away from you. So if you were to hold it like this, the blade would literally just be flopping back and forth in your hand. And you don't want a fucking straight razor closing on your hand. They started making safety razors for that reason, right? People were being too stupid with them. Goodbye, Benny. Ah, worth it. Alright, so I got 2 more shots of that. Ouch. Did I ever fix the texture for these fucking things? I didn't. There's a lot of dead people. Or I did. I didn't. Okay, I need to fix the textures on this one of these days because I like the animation to use it. Also, I now have a 12 gauge. I could probably dupe up as many P4 as I want. Medicine, please. Thank you. Which, yeah, that uses 12 gauge. Which I think 12 gauge naturally has a scatter ability on, yeah, because you need buckshot to not... Well, not buckshot. Slugs to not do that. Not that, but whatever. Eh, thing. Be here. There we go. That should allow us to do that now, which is just a quicker way to have caps and whatnot, because it should work this way. And that would be 7, 6, not 6, 7. Or not. So I guess 12 gauge ammo does not have, no, it does not. I need to grab buckshot for that, and or anything that has a spread to it. And by spread, I mean multiple projectiles. Kind of like these, except, you know, that would just throw a fucking nuke. Yeah. Anyway. Back to it. Let's, grab the platinum chip from whatever the fuck is left of Benny. Where are you?
Welcome to the tops. How can...
I'd like to exchange all my NCR money. All of it. All my Legion money. All of it. I want my payout in... caps. Fair enough. Run technically violated. Fine by me. Alright. Fuck you, Vulpus. Alrighty, more medicine. What do we got here? Strong backstone wall. I don't think I do have commando. Alright. Let's go, kill House, I guess. Do the whole yes man thing. Quickest way to not need to talk to House at all is, this. Pisses off everyone on the strip, but... as far as I remember, they don't follow you inside. There we go. Also some pretty good experience doing this. Want to do that? We can do that. Fine. Wrong thing. This thing. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it does that. I'd need to do that and then... Oh yeah, no, it just won't do that. That's weird. That is weird. Anyway. Open antechamber. Yes, sir. Ah. Damn near killed me doing that. That's fine. We'll run out the rest of the high explosive ones. Never understood why he didn't put himself in a cryostasis. If Braun can put himself in like a cryostasis in Serenity Lane, then why didn't, well, and still use his mind, why didn't House do that? Fuck off.
Hey, you there.
Really? Right here. In the middle of all the fucking security guards, man. Really. Well, the NCR hates me. But when don't they? Oh no, I'm hated by the people of the Strip. Whatever shall I do? There we go. And back in. Talk to Yes Man, get him installed. Lucky 38. Meet the tribes, which, depending on what time it is. It's 3 something. I do need to cook something for dinner. You know what? Haven't been dealing with stuff that's fucking frozen all day today. Originally thinking of sandwich and whatnot, but maybe hot ham and cheese. Ham and Swiss, maybe. Toasted. Kind of like grilled cheese. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe some crunch wraps. Wouldn't be too bad. I got Doritos and stuff. Kinda enjoy the sweet spicy chili. Well, no, I don't have any nacho cheese. I do have American cheese, which is just which is just cheddar cheese, if you didn't know. Right? Everyone seems to hate American cheese for some reason. Like, I get it. If you get the really cheap shit, it's not like real cheese or anything like that. It's like a cheese product, which is weird. Who the fuck? Anyway. So I get why people hate that, but that's not actual American cheese, right? Actual American cheese is just cheddar cheese slices. Like a very, very mild cheddar cheese with like a little bit of, I think oil mixed in with it to make it melt easier. But yeah, no, normal American cheese is just cheddar. Just cheddar. Get something.
Hi!
Oh, some water.
This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hand.
Since this is going to take a while.
Thanks. Wish me luck. Wow. Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network. Wait. So, that's what the platinum chip does. Interesting. Mr. House had a whole demonstration planned for you. Just head downstairs to the lowest level to check it out. You'll see.
Really need to get a mod that skips this.
Step closer to the demonstration area, please. Okay, so you're familiar with Securitrons by now, obviously. I mean, some of your best friends are Securitrons, right? Our titanium alloy housing does a good job of protecting our delicate electronic components from small arms fire and shrapnel. Our left arm contains an X-25 Gatling laser, quite deadly against soft targets at medium range. That looks like fun. And for close-range suppression and crowd control, we have...
You know what? I'll make fucking spaghetti meatballs tonight. I think that sounds pretty good. I think I still have some burger. Might be venison burger, actually.
It's interesting. Turns out that those are our secondary weapons.
In which case, still just make it the same way as a normal,
The Mark I
normal
operating
meatball.
system, which doesn't have drivers for our primary weapons. Imagine.
Which again, kind of makes no goddamn sense. Why would you not have drivers for your primary weapons on your first fucking generation of whatevers?
With the M235 missile launcher, we can engage ground and air force. And a rapid-fire anti grenade launching system makes us deadly in close-range engagements.
to that.
Woo, look at that! The OS upgrade also includes drivers for our onboard auto repair systems. Just try to hurt us now. Altogether, this software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit.
Again, I don't know how these things were allowed in the country to be used for like civilian police forces or whatever the fuck they're used for. And yet the Assaultron isn't. You know, the bipedal like assassin robot from fucking Fallout 4. That thing is made by the same company. Hence the Tron in its name. Same with the Protectrons. Like, those things were used for law enforcement, medical field, and, like, fire control, so I can understand those. But, like, yeah. I'm not sure how the giant fucking walking TV with obvious goddamn missile pods in its shoulders was allowed stateside, and yet something that could have been used for, like, you know, normal human labor style work wouldn't be. Just weird. Neat.
Oh!
How's it going? Okay. I get to go and meet all the fucking tribes. Which means this game has like another 20 minutes in it, give or take. Like, I'm going to go to down here, run and get Veronica because I don't feel like doing the collar quest with the Brotherhood of Steel, and I don't feel like doing the fucking.
Come on!
Just not. Hello. Fuck. Who did that? Ouch. I also need more ammo. Wait. 7? There we go. That might work. I'm more used to getting attacked by fucking Legion in this area than the people here. Okay, can I, like, not just wait, then? I really need to figure out what mod makes it so fucking dark, because that is, like... Well, you guys might actually be able to see shit. I can't. But, let's see here. Get Veronica, go to the Brotherhood of Steel, meet them, fuck off. Go back to the Repcon Center thingy here on the map. Then run over to meet the Great Khans over here. And then fuck off. And then the Boomers. Meet them and then fuck off. And do the ones on the strip and tell them the NCR don't like me. And then Doritos substation. Good to go. End game. Weird fucking... I feel like this interior load cell was not supposed to be used for this building. Like, most buildings have an overall style and aesthetic to them that actually makes sense. This one does not. Right, like, technically I'd refer to this as a Firewatch station. back in the day, they used to have people that would just sit on mountaintops in places like this and watch for signs of fire. Yeah, this... Which we see one of these in Old World Blues. Elijah was using it outside of Little Yangtze to test the bomb collars. And the inside looks exactly the same as you would figure the inside should. It's a little larger just for, like, you know, navigation reasons in-game. But this one, though... What the fuck are...
Morning.
Well, that's just... fucking terrible looking. Nice eyes, though. Somehow still has eyebrows, too. But yeah, no, this interior cell was... To me, has always just felt unfinished. Right? So, that's always a weird one. No, where the fuck was I? That's there. I need to go over here. I can't for the life of me remember which thing I have to do to get the modded in Big Iron. I know there's a gun added by the mod that's added by having Wild Wasteland as a initial perk, which I usually never take. And then there's a Gatling gun. Hello, that's my telephone. And I'm back. Anyway, I was saying there's also a Gatling gun added by the mod too, which is pretty neat. I think it's like super heavy, kind of like a minigun, slower rate of fire. I think it uses higher caliber rounds too, which are top fed through like a top loading magazine. Yes. What is that? Fine. Who the fuck?
I'm hit.
Fuck, I am out of all types of ammo for this gun. Oh, look at that. Like, all types of ammo. Let me look here. Yeah, the NCR just straight up fucking hates me. I have some 10 mil. Some 22. You 20 gauge. I could just nuke the entire fucking area if I wanted to. What the fuck is this thing? Worthless. That is what this thing is. Fucking worthless. Alright then. Red glare still has some normal rockets. Let's do that then. Why the fuck does this one not want to die? Like, good for you too, Russell, man. I don't care. This Elizabeth character needs to fucking go, though. Mind you, they were added in a mod. Okay. Fuck off. Alright, that's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't use nuclear fucking bundles of weapons in close quarters combat. Not where I'm headed. Really stopping by more ammunition. Or at least get something that uses fucking 5mm so I can have some ammo. Yeah, I think I'll do that, actually. Back to the gun runners. See if I can buy an assault carbine. Put all that surplus 5mm to use here. I need something that uses 5, not 5.5, well, no, not 5.56, 5mm. 5mm. 5.6, 5.56, 22 long rifle. 45. Assault carbine, I think that'd be the best bet. It is a little pricey, but we have the, we can cover it at the moment. Rippers, Ganahana, Power Fist, 2-step goodbye, laser detonator. Yeah, I think we could swing that. Also, carbine there. The damaged rifle is, as you can see from the picture, just an AK. A single shot AK. Battle rifle, varmint rifle, medical stick, street submachine gun. Sleepy time. 9mm SMG. Yeah, anyway. That should work. I'm gonna hotkey the ammo for that. Surplus ammo for that, anyway. So that I don't need to worry about ammunition anymore. Come on, where are you? There you are. We're just gonna put that on 5. Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna put that on 5. That works. There we are. Probably not the best for the gun, but we can fix it up whenever we want. We also need to go back down to where we were. Which this should have put us right here, and it'd be this way. Yeah, this way. We're gonna have to fight some salvaged power armor NCR troopers. They got the power armor from the war with the Brotherhood of Steel up in the state of Maxon. Which always made me wonder, like, if the Brotherhood was allowed its own independent, like, I don't really want to say ethno-state, because it wasn't really ethnicity. Religious state, as it were, within the NCR, and then they went to war. Would you consider that a civil war of the NCR at that point? It's food for thought. And since no one knows... Well, I guess there's a couple of NCR soldiers that know how to use actual power armor. But it's their own personal power armor is the thing. I'll talk more about it here in a second. Because when you nuke the NCR and even the Legion, you can get your hands on 2 unique sets of armor, one of which is the armor of the 87th Tribe, which is just like Atlantis' armor, just different colored. And you can get your hand on the, I think it's called the Burnt Sierra power armor. It has a Yao Guai cloak, which is pretty cool. It's a bear cloak. And it's like green. But it seems like it was personal power armor, right? So that's just something to think about, really.
Real rifles can do to a death claw?
I don't know who the fuck's talking about death claws, but okay.
Hey.
Alright then. Nice.
No offense, but you.
Yeah, fuck you too, Veronica. Alright, let's go. Yep, that's fine. Go ahead. Yep, they're usually fine. Wherever, really. Cool, neat. Okay, let's travel together. Sure, let's go. Hidden Valley. Meet Paladin Ramos and then fuck off.
Hey!
There you go. I'd beat this one. Deal with that. Because the other way to do this, which is actually the first way I ever did it, funny enough, is to come here after Yes Man sends you out to,
I'd like a large
do
tonic
shit.
shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
and you come here and they clap a fucking collar on you and have you
I
go
know
deal
where
with
you
a
live,
ranger,
Ramos.
which is
Open
funny.
up.
Sake.
Does make you not like them.
Welcome back, Ron.
But I guess even the first time I played this game, I accidentally
Listen
broke
up.
shit.
I'm in.
Good for you, Ramos. And we're gone. I can tell Veronica to fuck off. Veronica.
Wow.
Yeah, kinda. Sure, you can go to the Lucky
Nice.
38 if you want
Can I
to.
order?
I mean, I own the hotel now, so go for it. Alright, next one would be... Guess the fucking... There we go. I guess the Great Khans. Put them on the map. There we go. Yeah, I guess the Great Khans first because they're the only ones in the fucking opposite direction of everything else. Boomers are easy enough to get to. So they take all of like a minute of fucking running northwest, northeast. God damn it, every fucking time. Compared to the fucking Great Khans where you gotta go so far out of your goddamn way. I don't get why they stuck around so long in Red Rock Canyon when they could have just continued on to Arizona and just been assimilated into the fucking Legion that way. Like, the Legion doesn't stop fucking trade and or... Yeah, I forgot the Great Khan. Not Great Khans. These guys. There we go. Because trade isn't stopped between people from NCR territory into Legion territory, right? Not to mention, I feel like it would be more on each provincial... Yeah, I guess provincial would be the correct term. Provincial governor of each independent Legion territory, right? Well, sure, Caesar can go out of his way to try to make it seem like he's the end-all, be-all. Everyone listens to him all the time, and his word is the only word that matters, and that is true. He is like the God Emperor, right? The thing is, he can't be everywhere at once, and the Legion doesn't seem to use high-speed communications. Like, they probably use radios and whatnot, but, Good explode. Good. There we go. So, he most likely has people that are trustworthy enough, anyway, to act as governors of, different provinces within the Legion. Because the Legion is fucking huge, right? It's about the size of the NCR, maybe even bigger at this point. Because it goes from down in parts of fucking Mexico at this point. I think Sonora. Something like that. Down by Baja up through. Why do you have a fucking flamethrower? I don't know. Do you? No, I'm not getting the bounty on him.
I'm gonna blow.
Ah! So, just one of those things that I was sitting and thinking about. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the birthday well wishes, man. Hello, something just crashed. What just crashed? Ah, Firefox crashed. I wondered what the fuck just happened. Stream should still be up, though. Go ahead and restart that for me. Oh shit, it's your birthday, too. Well, happy birthday, man. And also a good happy birthday to Father in the Cave, one of the best written characters we never get to meet in Fallout. Randall Dean Clark. His birthday is also today. Here and Now is not a terrible one for what I'm doing. I don't think there's really any other ones that would apply to me or my weapons. Like, Toughness would always be good. Who's a tough son of a bitch. Bloody Mess would probably also work. Quick Draw wouldn't be bad, but we usually always keep the rifle out since we can run with it. Misfortune would just be thematically fun. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to take Hero now. Yeah, we should be able to wait here. Still daytime. Yeah, it makes you wonder what a provincial governor for Caesar in the Legion territory would be, you know? Yeah, I always figured that he would have been the perfect introduction to Fallout for, like, normal people, right? As of right now, the Fallout show just kind of sells off this weird, quirky... Well, you know, you've probably seen episodes of the show. You know what I'm talking about. When Fallout is equal parts sad, terrible shit happening, mixed with... It's going to be Legion or Golden Geckos? Fire Geckos, okay. And Legion, okay. That dude had a War Club on him. You know what? Fuck off. Don't want to shoot off any more of that, so my game crashed. That's not surprising, doing what I was just fucking doing. Alright, let me see here. Yes, my game just crashed. Yeah, not responding. Yeah, first time this game has crashed on me in like a year. Wrong button. This button. There we go. I will restart that in a moment. Who would I cast as a survivalist? Someone that would actually support the material for one. Just looks wise. Someone that would... I think Deimos' art, the stuff I use for the thumbnail here, I think that character works the best so far. So someone probably with that look. Looks good with medium shoulder length hair and a beard. That'd probably be the best way for it. Not a huge burly guy either, but not someone super tiny either. Good medium build, a good average build probably work. Someone that could, you know, act fairly well. Because I know a lot of people are probably going to say, like, you know, Keanu or something. And while the guy is great, his acting range... Well, a broken man that's sad would probably be fine. We could probably do that. Henry Cavill, if he could not be so fucking jacked, right? Because the survivalist, while he was in the military and was probably big once upon a time, he just kind of hangs out in the wilderness for fun to get his mind off of the shit he's done. So, especially after the end of the world there, you know, someone that's not as bulked up. Who the fuck? What the? Okay. Where's my... Not that. Not that's the stuff. Ouch. Okay. Can I, like, run, please? Thank you. And just because kinda salty about that last time. Fuck you guys. I missed the entirety of that. Okay, fair enough. So trying to switch from nukes to normal ammunition while a bunch of shit's going on just crashes it. Good to know. Good to know. I will not be doing that again. That to bring up the task manager. There we go. Weird that it does that way. Like, I fucked around with it non-stop there earlier, so just in that moment, whatever is happening, it crashes. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, pop that open. Alright. That should be fine now, hopefully. I did quick save, so that should be fine. Anyway, like, perfect casting for the survivalist. Fucking... Give me a moment. Those are explosives. This is not. These fucking geckos, man. God damn. I'm gonna save after that. And I'm close to violets. God damn it. Whatever. I'm just gonna max out my fucking medicine and move on. Okay, anyway. Perfect casting if we could have anyone from, like, any point in time during their fucking run as an actor. Russell Crowe. I think him, young... like Gladiator age, would have been a great pick. Chances map. And is the Legion going to spawn again? If so, I'm not going to nuke them. Yeah, maybe they... Nope, NCR this time. Awesome. I don't want to talk to you people. Hey, I think I got him. That was kind of harsh. Impact, 45 pistol is always a nice one. I'll take it. Impact. Why you'd go into combat against like a terrorist with a fucking single action revolver is beyond my know-how and understanding. I did catch him before he fucking ran off. Works for me. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the movie The Road. Yeah, and for having seen so many movies with that man in them, and you know, with him being like a cultural phenomenon, I always forget his fucking name. Maybe because it's so weird. But you know, he kinda has the look. that would make sense for the character. Trying to think of anyone else who would also work. I mean, you see, with the survivalist here, whilst Demos Art and most people would most likely peg him as being Caucasian, right? Because I don't think there's anything in game that actually depicts his race. So, you know, characters and stuff like that where it's not really explained, I can understand doing whatever with. Dependent on who you cast, anyway. Again, it'd need to be a great fucking choice. Also, my stream is fucked. Give me a second. Why it did that, I don't know. Anyway. It is strange. But yeah, no, I have, yeah, I don't think it's ever actually said. Yeah, okay, so these don't get marked on that. And there's no available mods for this. God, these guns are nice. Well, it's like overly dark for some reason. Also has good sound to it. Nice gun. Mods, silencer, okay, whatever. I'm never gonna use the shit, but I think that's cool. It just makes me. It just reminds me of that one Metal Gear Solid deal with Snake fucking being all weird and shit about a gun that's given to him. Which is a 1911, if memory serves me correctly. Anyway, gun I was using. There we go. I think there are some types of mutated horses, maybe in some... See, now I'm trying to remember here, like six-legged horses, and I think there was at least one six-legged horse that was named after Odin's. Beyond that, people mostly just think about giddy-up bittercups. Well, see, there you go. That would make the most sense. If he is directly from Salt Lake, I also wouldn't be surprised if he's, like, Mormon. Could also lean into the survivalist aspect of it, too, with him being Mormon. Hey, welcome, Storm. No, Storm, Cloak, Scald. Welcome, welcome. And thanks for the birthday well wishes. So just perfectly healthy, unmutated horses. I guess it would kind of make sense. Because horses aren't native to North America to begin with, so maybe... Like, no, there are wild horses now. That's because people brought them over and just kind of let them loose instead of taking them back home with them. I don't know. Maybe they just adapt and or whatever fucking type of mutated radiation exists in Fallout just doesn't...
So the cub enters the wall.
Yeah, good for you too, man. So that's a thing. And like I was saying, there's also Giddy Up Bittercups. Buttercups? Buttercups. Bittercup is the one goth chick from Fallout 3. Yeah, the rideable children's horses that are robots. Figure if other robots and stuff are still working at this point in time. You know, they probably made adult-sized versions of them. So you could probably use those. Along with that, there are just normal vehicles in Fallout 2. Like, if you nuke the... Hello. Can you fucking not, man? Goddamn. Like, there are... Like, if you nuke the NCR and you go through the gate at the Long 15, you can find
Welcome
old
to the new Vegas.
U.S. military. What type of implants are available? Don't care. What do you sell? Give me stim packs is what I want, woman. Please, thank you.
Hello.
You can find old military trucks and stuff the NCR was using to move equipment around, getting ready for the war with the Legion on the front. Beyond that, there are reclaimed vehicles that have been modified to not use the weird Demon Core fucking systems they use. Because if you didn't know, in Fallout, the vast majority of vehicles do not run on gasoline anymore. They run off of miniaturized nuclear reactors. And you have to buy coolant to put into them to keep them cool and from fucking exploding. But when the nukes went off, most of them got fried, so... You can go through and remove all the wiring and all the stuff that's burnt out, and most likely put some type of... Well, not even some type of. It would have been electric motors actually driving the vehicles. So you could probably just change them over to use, like, power cells. I think that's how the Highwayman works in Fallout 2. Thinking about it. So, that's not bad. And one of the other vehicle types that people don't really remember too well is that the Master's Army from Fallout uses steam-powered trucks. I do believe in the ending it explains that remnants of the Master's forces have been heading east, I do believe, using steam-powered trucks. And attacking people and raiding them with them. That's always something. And then, of course, you have the Brotherhood of Steel doing their thing. Pre-Fallout 3, they had a fleet of airships, which is just always cool to begin with. But along with their fleet of airships, they had helicopters and single-engine aircraft that they'd use as like an air force. And then, of course, everything was just changed over to fucking VTOL vertibirds. Yeah, vertibirds are a type of aircraft we have in real life. It's a type of VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. Not really the best thing ever. It's not great as a plane, and it's not great as a helicopter for obvious fucking reasons. At least the modeled vertibirds are modeled after.
Welcome.
Nowadays, we just have jets that can do that, which is neat.
Hey.
I mean, anything that goes back to... Anything that where we had super advanced technology, then something bad happens, and then we're back to using stuff from, like, the 1800s. That mix of old and new just always gets me. It just feels right, you know?
Welcome, sir.
Hello. Do you have more dumb shit for me to buy and own? Yes, you do. Thank you. Don't know how the timed ones would work. Also, big kids is a thing. Don't need that. I will hold on to that. I don't need that. Or, hey, a hunting shotgun. Or that. You can also buy that. Salvage combat armor. Not combat armor. Power armor. Which is literally just the plating with none of the scout suit underneath it. And I still haven't actually put that bag on. Nice. I gotta go meet the families on the strip, and that'll be just about everything we need to do here. Well, I don't think... Well, one, they had pretty much phased out fossil fuel using cars and stuff in Fallout, because you got to remember, it's at like 50 years from now, right? And there was a resource war going on, right, for fossil fuels and stuff like that, so...
Hey there, friend.
I'm guessing most of the oil reserves and stuff are gone. And were most likely being used to manufacture, like, maybe plastics of some kind for
No one.
newer energy weapons. Sure, here you go, man. I don't fucking care. I have to talk to you.
Hello and welcome.
There we go. Now, I think the Enclave mostly just used the oil rig as a base. Kind of like how there's an actual guy out there that just kind of owns an oil rig. Tried to declare it his own independent country, Sealandia or some shit. You could just own one. I think nowadays he just he like Airbnbs it. Right? He's kept up like a house and stuff in it and just kind of I've already been here. Just kind of like brings people out to it to hang out. It's just weird, but I don't know. It's pretty neat. Depending on where it is, you could just slap solar panels on it and desalinization system, maybe a sump pump, a sump, I should say, a sump grinder, and yeah, you'd be okay. It's weird. Hang on, I need to cough. If memory serves me right, most of the fissile material and shit used in like old school American and Soviet style nuclear weapons actually degrades quickly after it's processed. So there's technically like only 2% long-term shelf-stable nukes out there. Like 2% of the world use of.
Welcome to the Ultra.
I think the stuff that you could use for like vehicles and stuff would be more in line with some of the newer nuclear practices people have been trying to use. Stuff that can't melt down, right? I guess it uses a type of bead as the fuel source instead of fuel rods, which means it can burn out an area but not go full fucking critical meltdown or some shit. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist and I do not know. But like it would make more sense for these cars to run on that instead of like little nuclear balls that could fucking melt through the ground. Yeah, no, if there's actual, like... Well, it is called an oil rig. I was gonna say, there are things in Fallout known as nuclear wells, right? Like, I think there's one under... or close to the Museum of Freedom. They're like local nuclear reactors that are underground. So that's a thing in Fallout. But yeah, no, if they had like a strategic reserve of petroleum and or some type of crude, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Oh, hi.
And a way to refine it on the rig itself, I could understand if they used it as like post-apocalyptic reserve, because if only that oil rig is using the refined material from it, then sure, I could see it lasting forever at that point. Familiar with the boomers, visited the cons, know enough about the Emeritas, White Gloves, Brotherhood, cool. The NCR fucking hates me. Okay, I'll get it done. There we go.
Tough guy slash gal. Give me a reason.
Okay. Oh shit, that gives 45 experience. Hell yeah.
Unacceptable behavior.
Is it now?
Unacceptable.
Because I accepted all I want here. And there are other vehicles and stuff we do come across in Fallout. Like, the Brotherhood likes their
Unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior.
their vertibirds and their fucking... The Enclave had that weird walker base. That had to run on something. Thought it would have been oil, though. It was probably just a normal sized fucking reactor there. I also feel like the 80s are known to ride motorcycles and shit while terrorizing the region around the Great Salt Lake. Although that could just be something I came up with. Wrong place again. Here we go. Jesus Christ. This one. There we go. Wanted to... Try that. There we go. Okay, so my rifle's not broken enough to need any repair like that. That is fine. Yeah, that is interesting about vertibirds. I would not be surprised if they did still use normal fuel. Because let's face it, it is volatile but potent for what it is. Maybe they didn't trust aviation like that to electric motors and nuclear reactors. You know, one of them getting fucking hit with a random shot that explode. Right? Then you could have a whole chain reaction in the air, and then that just doesn't seem like fun for anybody. So I could understand limited use petroleum still, well, gasoline products, that sort of thing, still being used. On top of that, I could also see diesel engines being used still. Right? I went to school, trade school, vocational school, whatever the fuck you want to call it, for being a, diesel equipment technician, right? One of the first things they teach you is you can run a diesel engine off of vegetable oil. They don't because it's not as potent as normal diesel fuel, right? But they also explained to us that Rudolf Diesel, the man that invented the engine, originally invented it. Jesus fucking Christ, NCR. Fuck off. No, we finish this now, dumbass. Hang on. Yeah, where's the other ones? Or are you the only one that came to say hi? Wow. They really did not like you. Anyway, one of the few things they teach you there in the beginning of it is that Rudolf Diesel originally invented the engine to burn vegetable oil fuel. But there was a byproduct of some type of refining, and they decided to use that off, well, that refuse from it, really, because it was volatile enough that under compression would fucking explode, so they just decided to use that as the fuel for it instead. So it could have been burning vegetable oil this entire time, but yeah, they just decided against it. I can't see shit. There we go. And like if you're just using running a car and whatnot, you can just burn recycled vegetable oil and stuff in it, since you don't need a huge amount of power from that. Like, I can understand semi-trucks and the like, heavy equipment not using that. So everything, certain things would still have their applications, like maybe tanks. Oh, you actually set up an ambush. Isn't that cool? Well, you're all still gonna die. Hello. Yeah, give me a second. There we go. Fun. So maybe tanks and their weird... Well, I say they're weird. And the weird-ass fucking super tanks in Fallout 4 would also just run on normal diesel. There's biofuels, and then there's... what the fuck is... An old buddy of mine fucking worked on one of these in his spare time. What the fuck was it called? He called it an off-gas. A wood... I think it was wood creosote off-gas engine or some shit. Being able to run a car, in this case a fucking small Geo truck, off of just burning wood. Not like a steam engine or anything, but just the off-gassing of burning wood. He was able to make an engine run on it. I thought that shit was fucking neat. It had, like, sweet fuck all nothing for power. And you can even burn, and I thought this was funny, burn cow shit in it if you wanted to. But yeah, though, it's, there's a lot of different styles of fuel that can be used to power shit, man. It's just there's been such standardization nowadays that people forget the original gas engines and shit. Hello, everybody. That the original gas engine was made in a guy's sink. Right? There we go. Level up. There we go. Jump up our repair skill. Hell yeah. What else we got here? Life Giver, fast met. There we go. That's even better. Wood gas generators. Didn't know that was a thing. Guessing it was probably a kit he bought then to put together. Still cool as fuck though. Still cool as fuck though, man. Still cool as fuck. Been looking into solar recently, especially with fucking wrong place. Especially with how much the light bill's gone up here in the Northeast. Pretty much how it's gone down up here is the power companies that have been outsourced. Sold to people from out of the United States. I've pretty much said, yeah, no, we haven't actually been upkeeping the grid for the last like 30, 35 years, so unless you want random rolling blackouts within the next couple of years, you gotta let us charge more money for utilities. Which is up to the fucking utility bills here. Not even the bills themselves, the delivery fee. To an absurd fucking amount. Right? Like my house. I live in a house trailer. Fairly cheap, fairly inexpensive, well winterized. My furnace just kicked on while I was talking about that. Fairly cheap. Technically 2-bedroom. 1 bathroom. We go through about like $120 worth of electric a month. And then it's like $200 fucking dollars to deliver it to us. It's crazy, man. It is fucking crazy. Yeah. Well, coal-based power is super prominent here in the US because like the entire east coast of the United States is just anthracite coal, which is like some of the cleanest burning coal on the planet. And there's just mountains of the shit just under the fucking east coast here. I know in Pennsylvania, yeah, PA, there used to be a bunch of just coal mining towns because coal is so prominent there. There's even one place actually inspired Silent Hill called Centralia. Somebody was illegally dumping and or burning garbage, and it caught fire a coal vein, which burns in under the town now. All the houses are gone and all the stuff like that. But you know, it's a neat place to drive through every once in a while. Passed through it on the way to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Which, yes, Hershey, Pennsylvania is a town created specifically as a factory town to make chocolate. It's now an amusement park town, because they have an amusement park there, Hershey Park. And Hershey Water Park, and Lodge Hershey, which is an indoor water park and lodge and spa. It's weird what happens with places nowadays. It's weird.
Don't you love seeing the lucky...
Yes. Well, sucks to be him. We will be fucking just doing this. There we go. I have weapon repair kits, don't I? I do. Just gonna use those. That's good. Nice. That's kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie.
I'm hit.
I would hope so, man. Ow. Oh, you guys killed the NCR already, huh? How the fuck do you guys lose in history? Another neat thing. I specifically remember growing up, my parents talking about where they grew up and came from. They grew up in New Jersey, right? And I can hardly see shit. In a place known as Blairstown, right? Blairstown, for people that don't know. Hang on. Is where Friday the 13th was shot and filmed, right? The town itself, my grandfather's truck is actually... Who the fuck? Is actually in one of the scenes... Because they were just filming in the town while people were just going about their business, right? My grandfather's truck's in one of the scenes, which is pretty cool. And then, the actual camp, Camp Crystal Lake, was an old Girl Scout camp. That was, not in use by that point in time anymore. But yeah, that's where they filmed it, which was pretty cool. And since then... like lore-wise, in-universe of Friday the 13th there. That's weird. It is technically Crystal Lake in New Jersey, which is pretty cool. My father used to do work for that camp, and they gave him old beds and stuff, old bed frames made out of metal, as like payment for working with him, because they couldn't really afford to pay him, right? And my brothers and sisters used to sleep on them. So they'd always joke that they slept on the beds and stuff from Camp Crystal Lake, which is cool. There we go. And hang on, I need to cough. Okay, we're just gonna install that. Jesus Christ, hold on. What the fuck? Goddamn. Anyway. Train of thought, where was I? Never hike alone and never hike in the snow. Those are like fan-made Friday the 13th films. They were made because, there's a whole legal battle over Friday the 13th and the rights thereof. So, fans and stuff took it into their own hands to make, like, fan films. And those ones were made. Never hike alone and never hike in the snow. Neat thing is, from what my father says anyway, is that, they actually shot in what was left of the old Girl Scout camp out that way. Which is pretty cool. It was pretty neat sitting watching that with him and seeing him talk about the different locations and stuff. Mind you, there were also sets and stuff made, but it was mostly him talking about the outside of the area and then the place with the big ass. Is this where I'm going? Can I go out this door? I cannot go out this door. Okay. The place with the big ass fireplace in it, and then yeah, it was pretty neat sitting, listening to him talk about all the old stuff like that. God damn, I need to stop shooting people's fucking legs off. Alright. Katanas. Makes you wonder what Japan was doing if there's so many katanas floating around on the west. I'm missing every fucking shot. If there's so many katanas floating around on the west coast now, what exactly happened to Japan? Right, I don't think that's really addressed too much. Like, the one we can get in Fallout 3 is from a samurai. So that makes sense to a point. But are we talking, like, katanas and stuff are, like, war trophies? Like some of the Chinese pistols and whatnot? Because if that's the case, did we have boots on the ground in Japan? Or is Japan just a province of... Well, thinking about it, I think Japan is an ally. I think Japan is an ally to the US in the Fallout universe. At this point in time. Well, I say this point in time. Fucking 2077. Because I think they allow the United States to stage there before their actual full invasion of mainland China. Which then kicked off China realizing they'd fucking lost and firing off nukes. So, I think that's how it went. Or we own Japan in that timeline. In the Fallout universe. Well, see, if it said, you know, katana-shaped fucking wall hanger, I'd agree with you, but these are specific, like, well, no, I think there's actual modifications for authentic blades and stuff, which would mean they're not authentic katanas. Yeah, no, weebs. Yeah, no, just fucking weebs. Yeah, because I think you can get a sheath as a modification. And you can get, like, an authentic blade as a modification. Which would mean authentic blades don't come with them, which... Unless they were the mass-produced katanas of World War II, which the Japanese loved their fucking blades and stuff and would stick them on almost anything they could. Almost literal fucking mounted machine guns and shit would have bayonet lugs for that reason. But, yeah, no, I keep forgetting the modifications and stuff. Okay, quick save here, because this is gonna be fucking stupid. Okay, I don't understand how I'm supposed to aim this. That actually hit him. Okay. Okay, does VATS actually work for this? It does. That's crazy. That was funny. Okay, what other fucked up and weird ammo do I have that I can actually use at the moment? Still have Red Glare. Red Glare is a fucking weird one to do that with. Fucking missed all of them. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay, that's a danger to literally everyone. Funny as fuck, though. There we go. Alright, what else we got floating around here? I can just fucking hand toss him one. Come on, Lanius, get closer. This is such a stupid fucking exploit, man. Hell of a shot there, though. Hell of a fucking shot there. Dead looking at the sky like that. That was pretty cool. Jesus Christ. I don't think I have any more Red Glare ammo fucking hotkeyed. I do have some Red Glare ammo hotkeyed. Okay. Be what, 7? Nope. 6.
Death to profligates.
Yeah. Well. Keep forgetting he ragdolled me like that. Let me just reload. There we go. This, and then it'd be 6. There, high explosive. Okay. Alright. Alright. What else? I don't really have many options for weapons here. Let me go grab something else. You have a ballistic fist, that'll work. You guys are all also Praetorians, which means it's all you fucking have. I already procced the Lanius thing, so these guys aren't going to be up here. It won't be until after I fight with Lanius. Or not. It's kind of annoying. Will you come down here and open this door? No. No, you will not. You suck. What about the one over here? Will he come down and say hi? Doesn't seem it. Alright, so that's annoying. We could do that with this, though. Like, ballistic fists and whatnot were supposed to take ammo. But they couldn't figure out a way to do it for some reason. Not sure why. Fix that up and do something stupid. Can't sprint with this weapon. Okay, that's fine. I can just lock myself into an animation that should interrupt his fucking dialogue and then just kill him in one punch.
Death to profligates.
Really? So that doesn't actually work with... hello? Well, I'm dead. That's weird. It should have worked with that. Maybe it doesn't work with unarmed. Strange. I know normal melee weapons it works with. Anyway. Aid. I don't have any more of that. Take some good old-fashioned chems here. Some buff out works, some med-X, that. Rocket's kind of worthless. Steady is good. Alright. Nice. And there we go. That, do that.
Die, coward.
Now what we call it now. Damn it. I usually try to get down here and catch him with VATS before he gets any fucking further. There we go. Jesus Christ, Lanny. Stop pulling out goddamn grenades. Well, that was anticlimactic. Usually always is. Man, they have war clubs, don't they? Mind you, they're supposed to be the dead horse's war clubs, but... that's okay. Where's the thing? Okay. Never killed the Houndmaster. Shouldn't every dog is running around trying to kill me? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, so this is a fat man with, surplus ammo. Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Fun ways to break the game, isn't it? Yeah, 714 damage per shot. What happens if you use surplus ammo and red glare? Nothing. Oh yeah, energy weapons can't use normal projectile distance. Which makes it weird for the... I don't know. I don't have a normal rocket launcher on me, but yeah, no, that's weird that this can use surplus ammo then. Like, this is red glares. Okay, that makes sense, because that's like an energy-based unique projectile there. Which means the ammo type doesn't really matter for these. I guess the only unique ammo types would be like the energy-based fucking ones, because I don't think energy cells could be used in projectile-based ones. They might be able to. I haven't tried that yet. And then anything that creates a unique projectile will still create the unique projectile. Such as like a fucking Tiny Tots Merv style shot. But since this naturally shoots a mini nuke, even with other types of ammo, it will still shoot a mini nuke. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Anyway. The NCR. And yeah, we've technically beat the game whilst being Randall Dean Clark on his birthday.
Been a long time since I've seen the kind
And
of
mine. Hold that thought there, man. But yeah. Figure this Saturday,
no secret
probably
how
watch
you-
the Fallout show. I haven't got around to doing that yet. Watched a couple episodes from the second season. Saw all the first season when it came out. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. Or at the very least, just give me something to sit and bitch about for a while. So, yeah, that'll be over on Patreon there. It's free, mind you. Doing it there because they're more lax with what you're allowed to do for like watch along content and whatnot, so it's a little easier over there instead of, fucking 4 seconds of a song being claimed. That's fun. So, I'm gonna do that. Depending on how the show sits with me, I may or may not interject episodes of Jericho into it. If you've never seen Jericho, it's set in a small town not too far from Denver called Jericho, of all fucking things. Who'da thunk? And nuclear warheads and stuff, giant bombs, really, go off all over the United States, making it a post-apocalyptic show about a small town surviving the aftermath of that, which is it's a fun show. Sad it only got like 1 or 2 seasons. They never got to finish the story. They finished it in a comic book of all fucking things, but yeah, just a few years after that, The Walking Dead came out. A lot of the same actors played in it, which is funny. Same style of like drama show, so I feel like it was just ahead of its time. And then maybe, just maybe, depending on how I'm actually feeling, maybe an episode of Eureka, maybe an episode of Warehouse 13. If you've never heard of Eureka or Warehouse 13, they were sci-fi shows back in the day when sci-fi actually made its own like independent content all the time. Back before they tried that fucking Defiance game show crossover hybrid shit. But Eureka is pretty much... you know what, thinking about it, Eureka is just fucking the Big Empty from this game. It's a town created by scientists for scientists to get together on the behalf of the Department of Defense, DoD, to create new weapons and stuff for the government, along with some civilian projects too. And it's about a guy that's just a normal U.S. Marshal that happens upon this town, and they just kind of hire him as their sheriff, right? So it's a bunch of weird gadgets and weird shit going on. It's a fun show. Fun show. Warehouse 13, on the other hand, is literally just the SCP Foundation. They find and catalog anomalous artifacts, right? I think the first one from the first episode is a katana. I think, anyway. No, that's not from the first one. That's from later on. Anyway, there's a katana in that show that is so sharp and so amazing that it can literally cut light and make you invisible or some shit. There's just a bunch of other random fucking artifacts and shit from the show. It's sad they don't make shows and stuff like that anymore. It really is. It really is. Anyway, might watch a couple of them, maybe. And with Warehouse 13 and Eureka, though, it even got to a point to where they were doing crossover episodes and shit back in fucking like pre-2005, I think. I don't know. Anyway, let's finish this here. Hello. Goodbye. Ta-da. I'd say that's well finished at that point. Yes, man, it'd be the only thing left to talk to. But yeah, we beat the game and whatnot. Yeah, beyond that, I think those are the shows we'll probably do for watch-alongs for a while. Depending on how many I can knock out late during a Saturday night. Then maybe move on to like... I used to watch anime quite a bit when I was younger. And I hear there's some better stuff that's come out as of late. I might have to check some of that out. Warehouse 13. Artifacts. Artifact database. I just want to look up one or two and just explain them. I already explained a couple at one point in time. But, let's see. Teleportation artifacts are apparently a thing. The Flying Dutchman is just a thing that can happen sometimes. What else we got here? Come on, artifact list of artifacts. There we go. That's what we wanted. Here you go. Here's a dumb one from Warehouse 13. Abraham Lincoln's top hat. First mentioned in a behind-the-scenes video, later referenced in show, as imbuing the wearer with the overwhelming urge to free nearby African-American people, believed to be slaves. An impulse which apparently got Pete in hot water with Mrs. Frederick. Mrs. Frederick is like the fucking, what's his face? G-Man from fucking Half-Life. She just kind of shows up, tells you what to do, and then just disappears. Literally just disappears. She's magic. It's weird. So that's a funny one. Another one I remember is the Sword from the Stone. That one is made out of a specialized metal from space. That when brought in close proximity to another version of that metal becomes intangible. So someone used that to stick the sword in an anvil. And then, you know, bringing that type of metal close to the sword again makes it intangible so that it can be pulled from the anvil at that point. Which is pretty cool. Alright, Yeah, there's all sorts. Again, it was a, you know, artifact of the week type thing going on until they got to their final season where they had to pull it all together as an actual wrap up to it all. Go into someone's subconscious. The Ankh. One of the few items to have survived from Warehouse 2. Attila the Hun's swaddling blanket. Offer some degree of protection. So, like a magical type of armor. Babe Ruth's baseball bat. It affects one's destiny. The Babel Stones. Bits and pieces from the Tower of Babel. It allows you to speak the root language that no one else can understand. The Barrel from Niagara Falls. Whoever touches it wants to go over the falls in a barrel. Kind of stupid, but that's what most of these are. What else we got here? Here, Bob Dylan's bus transfer allows you to transfer energy from one person to another. Bottomless cookie jar, always filled with chocolate chip cookies. Bruce Lee's punching bag. A leather bag that fights back, and if you can beat it, I guess you can become the master of your own destiny or something. Yeah, there's a bunch of these things here. Charles Ponzi's money clip causes poverty and despair in whoever possesses it. Right, there's... Like I said, this is just warehouse... Not even warehouse. This is just, fucking... The SCP Foundation before the SCP Foundation. Here we go. Cinderella's glass knife. Transmutes the human body into glass when cut. Origin unknown. Glass knife powered by a person's body chemistry when stabbed into it. Able to turn the whole body into glass. Then I think there's Robert Liston's knife. There's another one. Able to transfer a disease from one person to another. The only time we see that one used in series is when it gets stolen from the warehouse later on, and a guy buys it so that he could transfer his son's cancer into himself because he was never a good father, he said. So that was a neat one. Yeah, there's just a bunch of other weird random shit in that show. Back when TV used to be entertaining instead of whatever it is nowadays. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. It's almost 5 p.m. here. I'm going for like 3.5-ish hours. Yeah, I should probably go figure out something to eat. No one else is going to cook for me, so gotta figure that out. And, yeah. Hope this was fun. It was fun to do. I'm probably going to do something like this every year on my birthday, because why not? You know, I've already been doing this for at least a year and a half. Gonna keep doing it for a while longer. Just feels good at this point. Feels like it's part of the everyday. So anyway, we have a Discord. If you want to jump into the Discord, I should you know what, before I end it, I should probably just drop a link in chat. Alt-tab, please. Discord, weird. Go ahead and reload that for me. I'll drop a link to the Discord in the YouTube chat. I don't know if Twitch is even still running after the fucking collapses earlier, but who knows? Could be. Could be. Yeah, it is. Look at that. I don't know if anyone's watching on it. Let me grab the links here. Server invite. Copy. I think that's the wrong one. Maybe. Invite to that. Edit invite link to never expire. Generate new link. Copy that. That should be there. That should be that. Toss that there. Our link to the Discord. What is this? For some reason, YouTube keeps having this stupid fucking pop-up where I can apparently switch a stream over to members only midway through. No idea why I'd want to do that. Kind of weird. Got here. Guess that's good there. I guess I could toss it over into the... Oh, that works. That works. Over on the fucking Twitch. That's what it's called. Word was evading me there for a moment. No idea why. But yeah, come hang out on the Discord. You can talk at me whenever you want. So yeah, I'm going to go make something to eat. Maybe a sandwich. Like a hot ham and cheese. Maybe a ham and Swiss melt or something. And, yeah, just kick back and watch some stuff for the rest of my birthday. 32 today. Well, technically I'll be 32 3 minutes to midnight, but semantics. Funny thing is, yesterday was my father's birthday, so this is the 4th, mine is the 5th. It's always been fun. Always been fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna head out. Stop by the Discord if you want to yell at me or keep up to date on stuff. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Means a lot. Feels good to actually hang out with people again. So, thanks for that.